Hello, my loves, and welcome. I want to say apologies in advance if the sound is not balanced. I live right next to a very busy street, so forgive me for all the background noise, but doing the best with what I got. So, welcome. I am feeling the need to explain. It's like Spirit wants me to explain energy and explain what it is that we do when we're sitting here. So, if you so wish to be a part of this, then thank you so much. And let's go ahead and dive in. As I step aside, opening my mind and allowing Spirit to communicate through me. I come in every element. I come in every shape, every breath, every sight. I am everything. I am our presence as I am our past and the future, though you may not think it will last. I am every pattern, every brick, every sentiment. And you have become quite confused about that. You have allowed the room to fill with fog, per se. And I want to remind you that even in that room filled with fog, you are not alone. As much as I am your light, I am the darkness. I am the confusion. And I am the grief, the sadness, just as I am the presence. Being presence, being the all, includes those things which aren't made for your body, which do not fit you, which should not stay as a part of you. I am the choice as much as I am that which is given. And you pedal and pedal to find me. But I am the one who is searching. This beautiful being has created a space for you to connect with this aspect of us, me of you. If you so wish to engage with this journey, to engage with this element of me, with this element of yourself, then stay, observe, watch me as I make our magic work. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Self. The thread. So you are a beautiful, deep blue collective, connected to ancient wisdom of the Egyptians, connected to an Egyptian mind, an Egyptian orient. There's something of your family in this space, something of your family in these people. The Creator. And the threshold. It's difficult to stand in two places at once, correct? Your physical is heavy. It's grounded. Literally, it hits and sits and walks upon the ground. It hits its soles upon the ground. The souls hit the earth, make impressions, indentations into the earth. You are strong, you are heavy, but you are burdened by weight, by solid form. light does not pass through your form. It penetrates it, and you absorb it. And it is that quality of being so formed in such a form where you can absorb that light and retain a shape. That is what makes you special. But again, it's difficult to be in two places. The energy of you, the energy that has become you, that has been in movement for all of time, that energy knows movement. That energy knows movement in the ways that it has been shown and in the ways it is in the process of evolving to. And so that energy is becoming transparent. That energy is becoming with the light that moves it, that infuses it with form, with power, with life. And so there are clearly parts of yourself that are here and heavy and must retain the form. And there are other parts of yourself that want to evaporate and bounce off of your skin and dissolve you in its rapid movement. And you can feel that, you know that. Now remember, I said these are my people of the deep blue sea, deep waters, deep conscious waters, of the hidden, the coveted, incredible minds, intelligent minds. And they are very old. These are very aged, experienced souls. But their experience is contained. Their experience has become contained. They hold it as a wisdom, right? They identify as their wisdom. They identify as this coveted knowledge, this coveted experience of me. And it is in their attempt to protect it that they go cold, that they go deeper, that they want to experience that crushing pressure that will form, hold, and hide their wisdom. It's almost impenetrable. And see too that is creating another threshold. We have the energy of the Creator here as well. The Creator is the act of my will. The Creator is my presence, defined by its will, the will to action, the will to break things apart and put them back together again, and to continue this journey. The Creator must cross this beautiful rainbow bridge that becomes essentially a loop of destruction into integration, into formulation, and back into destruction. It is a cycle of creation, that cycle of life. Destruction, integration, formulation, perhaps integration again, and then destroy. It's all the one great formula. And you can apply this to any process that you know. And it holds those elements. Because my dear here who is speaking has found a consciousness of the universe in its processual state, who has come to understand and perceive and know sympathy with a world that is just in constant interaction with all things, such that permanence or relative permanence and relative stability is an exaggeration of elongated processes, or simply an exaggeration of processes. She will read for you the Creator, card number 22, which comes right before the Destroyer. The Creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence, is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the Creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The Creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different. And second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the Creator's lifelong companion. We must find ourselves integrated with nature. Again, we must find ourselves integrated with this constant stream of process, of creativity, of play. Many of us on this earth, as human beings, have put up our boundaries and walls in attempt to protect ourselves, especially against the conditions that modern man, has created and held today. And so in an attempt to protect the innocence of our souls, we put up these strong boundaries that, by nature of the disconnect, creates this threshold, creates this distinction between ourselves and our Creator. And it's there, of course, for divine purpose. It's there as a part of this cycle of destruction, integration, formulation, and back to destruction, or back to formulation, or back to integration. The loop continues, and it does not begin at any one place. This is a very challenging thing, I know, for this human to remember, which is that every time you think you've gotten stuck, every time you think that you are she doesn't want to talk about this anymore. What she would like to do is pull some cards for us. Now, these are going to be very specific to those who are watching. I will not have to integrate my story. Here you see we have the card of protection. I will not have to integrate my story into this, but I will be reading for you, for your consciousness, for your higher selves. Of course, my story is probably still relevant, as we are both beautiful human beings. Lily Hurticaden. For this watching collective, there's showing me pictures of cave designs, hieroglyphs, people dancing on these cave designs, these stick figures dancing. The fox and ivy with adaptability. Sometimes you're on, sometimes you're off. Sometimes you are on, sometimes you are off. I am the light as I am the darkness. Sometimes you know what to do, sometimes you don't. But these are all hidden in our frame of language. It's just, language creates such a big puzzle, doesn't it? Language is such a big puzzle. You are always present with me as I am with you. whether you want to see it as knowing what you're doing all the time, or whether you allow yourself to not know what you're doing all the time and be caught up in that dynamic, it is the same. There's a process here of getting to know oneself and getting to know me in the middle of that, and having to familiarize yourself with me. I have the King archetype here. Enlightened, benevolent leadership benefiting those in your charge. You have to know who you give your worship to, who you allow to make decisions. And it never has to be some anthropomorphized deity. It can be the energy of the Creator, where you can feel safe knowing that when things lead to destruction, it's simply a part of the cycle. This is for my collective spirit, for my divine collective. They're showing me purple and yellow blocked on top of one another, these contrasts, these opposites. They're opposites in color, but there's a white film above them, which is giving me the sense that as difficult as you might have it, you are divinely protected. There is a protection on either ends of your spectrum. And I don't know who it is or how it is that manifests, but Spirit is protecting you. It could manifest as whatever your mind and consciousness knows, but there is protection over you. Ace of Swords. There is protection over you. This is very clear, and Spirit is coming through very clearly. You draw such a stark line between these two spectrums, my dear. You're not allowing it to be a spectrum, and that is of no fault to you. It is this pesky human language, as beautiful and complex as it is. Why must it be so complicating? Why must it complicate the human experience of reality, of nature, of us? We have the Queen of Air, a great channeler, a great scryer, observing one's freedom, your observation is empowering your magic right now, and I wanted to say purpose as well. Your observation is empowering your magic. It is igniting your influence, igniting your manifestation, your push for what should happen in this life as well as on this planet. I hope that you feel the purpose that you serve here as somebody who sees and senses and whose heart is impacting the world through your visualizations, through your mental energy. This is the energy of someone who does not have to who may use words, who may use sound vibrations, who may specifically also use electricity, or may use some type of like sword as well in their practice. There is an ability to cut through that fog with clarity, and sometimes that is just realizing that you are present with the fog is there, that the pain is there, that the hurt is there. And that is plenty. However, with this also signifies the difficulty with us separating from our hearts. The Creator, who is so burdened by her visions, might struggle to create art because her replication of what she sees, what her mind sees, her hand cannot replicate, and that may frustrate her, and that may tell her not to love her art, that may make it harder for her to love and appreciate her art. And so this is also a warning to stay away from hyper visualizing things, hyper thinking about things, assuming that every single thought is amplified and turning the trajectory of your life every which way. But this is also a reminder to focus your thoughts, to simplify your thoughts. And that can be done through the heart. We have the King of Fire. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. And we have the Queen of Water at the bottom of the deck. You must focus your heart. You must focus your heart, your body through passions. These two are representing those opposite ends of the spectrum. One who is in the deep depth of space, and one who is in the deeper depth of her earthly realm, of the earth body. And I love that we have these beautiful cards: Two of Water, King of Earth, Ace of Fire, Page of Fire, and the Star. The Star, the Page of Fire, the Ace of Fire, the King of Earth, the Two of Water, Queen of Water, with the Ace of Earth. And you see strength here. The message is incredibly clear. It is in your ability to harmonize these ends of the spectrum, which means not forgetting about the other. And it is going to feel uncomfortable right now. We are learning adaptability. We are learning adaptability. We may not, and you see this threshold, we may not, and we have Venom under here with the Healer, we may not yet feel safe permeating those boundaries within ourselves. Perhaps we have pushed too far into another person's realm. You must refocus your energy over yourself. But there are so many others involved. There's the King of Fire here. There's the Page of Fire, the King of Earth, the Queen of Water, who are all involved in this energy. And we have the Star. This is your destiny. This is your higher knowledge, your higher consciousness, and your lower consciousness. This is the acknowledgement of presence of both of these things being true, both of these things existing. As much as we want the world to exist in all love and all light, we have to accept that the world is at the same time very dark, very ugly, very cold, very brutal, crude. And again, it's simply just language. And it is your point in perception and in perspective. So for you, I see that this is about becoming more responsible in ourselves, learning perhaps from another who has presented themselves as incredibly responsible, learning to empathize with them. Let's see what we have here. We have the Marten and Foxglove with Mischief. The Hawk and Thistle with Grateful Persistence. We have to reconcile these two aspects of ourself. The Mischief Marten is potentially a difficult thing to observe. How are you, in what ways do you notice where you may, as much as you think you might be doing something negative, I feel as though your negative impact is not really negative. And I feel as if like you know this. With Mischief and with all of these positive cards here, to me these are incredibly balanced. You have a noble person from every suit. And the Page, being the second, is excited about this for you. There's a journey here to take. There is an exciting journey. You have the support of all elements. You have the support of all aspects of spirit. And so you know that you do no harm because you are guided by your principles. And even when you may be a little bit absent or a little bit cold or retracting of yourself, you are not doing harm. We don't want you to see it that way. Spirit is very clear about this. We do not want you to see it that way. We want you to feel like you are still on your journey. There's so many beautiful energies here. And the Knight of Fire comes out as well. Very excited. Time is of the essence. And we have the Knight of Water reconciling both sides. The Ten of Water. This is just, one after one, I'm just getting confirmation. You are protected. You have a legion of people who stand behind you, a legion of guides who are pushing you to let yourself express yourself, to let the world experience you, to let yourself experience the world. Archangel Zadkiel with balance, the Four of Air, and the World. I don't want to have to tell you this again. You are at the end of the chapter in which you do not believe in yourself. We are talking about karmic rebalancing here. You cannot stay quiet. You will not be quiet. I will make sure that the world experiences you, that the people who are meant to see you and to hear you and to feel your gifts feel you. But first, we must acknowledge the end of a cycle, the end of a time not sharing our talents, not standing strong in our valuables, in our value. And yes, including your valuables. It is no shame to collect things that you feel are representative of you, of things that push you along in your creative journey. There is no shame in that. You will be heard, you will be seen, you will be felt. You will be inspiring as much as you are inspired. Spirit, is there anything else you would like them to receive from you, from us? The Seven of Air with the Two of Air. You will experience doubt. I know that, and I feel that. But I'm not going anywhere. You will experience doubt. You will push me away. You will be stubborn. But I will always be here. Do not allow the traps of your mind to dictate where it is that you take your next step. Leave that to the heart, to guided intuition, to your guided passions. I walk with you. I love you. Thank you so very much, blessed beings, for allowing me to speak to you through this channel. And I am blessing all of you with divine radiance today and peaceful darkness. I love you all, and I cannot wait to talk to you again. Blessed be. Amen.